everybody. Welcome to Country Girl. Today I thought I would do a different video. As a lot of you know who have been watching my channel, I've been having some issues with my joints, especially in my hands and my wrist. And so one of the things that some of the physical therapy people had told me to do to help me at home was to get a paraffin hand bath. And I had one years ago and never used it. I think when I bought it a long time ago, it was maybe when I first got married, and it was when the nail salons first started doing them, and I don't even remember what kind I bought. If I got anything, it was probably like Conair or Remington or something. So I can't really tell you how good or bad it was. I don't really remember much about it. I may have used it once. So anyway, I did some research and shopped around, and went to Amazon because it seemed like that the hand baths that I looked up at the stores locally here were more of the cheaper versions. Now, I'm not going to say that when I say cheaper, I don't mean like inexpensive, because I wasn't looking to put a lot of money into these things. And I had seen some of these up into the 200s. I have to look to see exactly how much I ended up spending on this. I'm wanting to say it was like a little over $60. And then I did go ahead and buy some extra paraffin wax to go with it. But the star rating on Amazon, I think, was like 4.5 stars. So it actually had one of the higher ratings. So I guess the price-wise, I got what I had purchased was in the middle. But anyway, I do have this. It came the day before yesterday, I think. And so I haven't opened it yet because I did want to do this and let y'all see this with me. I'm going to pull it out and everything, and then I'm going to go through the steps of using it. Now, from the things that I have already read about these, it does take several hours for these to heat up. So I am going to do this video in parts. But right now, I'm just going to take it out of the box and see what we've got, and then we'll just go from there. I wanted to do this video outside because it is absolutely gorgeous today. It's got to be in the mid to upper 70s here. And I've been reading some of y'all's comments that some of the people who live up north is having some snow, and it just blows my mind how, you know, you can live in the same country, and in one part of the country you've got, you know, warm weather, and then other people are just completely snowed in, eating soup out of a crock pot. But anyway, doing paraffin baths are good for anybody, whether it's summer, winter, hot, cold. Also, just to let you know, when I was shopping around for this, I also was looking for one that I could use for my hands or my feet. And a lot of the other hand baths that they had out there were only big enough to put your hands in. So if you do decide you want to go get you one and you're out shopping for it, just be aware of that, and make sure that when you read the reviews on them that it tells you whether or not it's big enough for you to get your foot in. If you have small feet, you know, one of the regular hand baths would work for you. I wear a size 8. I don't have an overly large foot, but some of the ones that I read said that really wasn't big enough. So this is the box with my hand bath, and I actually thought this was going to be a little bit bigger. But this is the one that I picked up, and it's called Lavany, Lavany. It's not one I've heard of before, but we're going to see. Now, on the reviews for this, and I might have to go back and read some on it, but it seems like some of the people said that as far as instructions go, that they really did not have very good instructions included in this, so we'll see. But in either case, I've heard other people say that it was pretty much self-explanatory, and then you can also find them online. So we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, I'm going to take this out. And they also shipped the extra wax that I ordered in the same box. Now, I did not order my wax from the same company. I got a lavender spa wax, and this is by Candlewick. And the reason why I went ahead and ordered extra was because the packs that come in here, I think it's only like 3 pounds, and they say it takes 6 to fill it up. So why they only give you 6 pounds, 3 pounds to fill up a 6-pound bath, I don't know. but this is 6 pounds. So I think I'm going to start out with this. This is all lavender. What comes in it's rose. I don't want to mix my scents. So anyway, we'll see. So I'm sorry. I know I look like I'm moving around with oven mitts, but my hands are particularly stiff today. And I don't know why, but I'm going to do the best I can. So I'm going to open this up. And this has got some styrofoam in it, so I'm sorry. I'm going to try not to make as much noise as I possibly can. I did order my microphone. Sorry, it's my daughter's necklace. It just hasn't got here yet. So I know that when I get that, it's going to make the sound a lot better. I don't know what it is. I got an upgraded phone, which is supposed to be a better phone, but it seems like the sound is just all messed up on it. And when I say that, I've noticed that when I recorded some videos, I can have my phone completely still and be the same distance from it, and my sound sounds like it's going in and out. Then other times, it sounds like it picks up all of my surround sound really, really good, but then my voice ends up being really, I don't even know the word. My mind is kind of going blank. Soft or silent. That's why when I did the Dollar Tree in the store the other day, I put music to it because you couldn't hear anything I was saying. So anyway, hopefully the other thing will work out good. So this is pink, which I love because, you know, I'm a pink girl. I like all kinds of colors, but, you know, something about pink, I just always revert back to it. I've had times where I've liked orange, I've liked yellow, I like real bright type, little happy colors. But at the end of the day, I always revert back to my pink. Okay, this thing seems to be wrapped really good. Anyway, so this is how it come up wrapped. And I can already smell the what rose wax that goes with it. And it smells really good. And I'm not a big rose scented fan. So that's a plus. And they do sell extra of this. So if I want to go back and buy some of the rose, I can. Got a little thank you card in here from the seller. It says thank you for purchasing our products. Hope you have a fabulous journey with Lavany. Really cute. Then I guess this is supposed to be the instruction manual. Let's see. Tells you what all it comes with. It comes with one paraffin wax warmer, one brush, 4 200-gram paraffin wax, 50 glove liners, 2 thermal mitts, 1 heat insulating grid, and a user manual. Now another thing you need to be careful for when you buy or are looking for these particular warmers, you also want to see what they come with, because a lot of those that you buy don't come with anything other than the warmer. And so you end up having to, by the time you end up going and buying all the extra stuff to go with your warmer, you're going to end up spending a lot more anyway. So just be careful. You don't want to get it and then realize that you don't have the stuff that you need. This brush, I am assuming that you can take your brush here, and I can look more into it and dip into your wax and brush it on your skin. I don't know. We'll have to look into that. But this is the brush that comes with it. And I'm not really going to open it right now because I'm not planning on using it and I don't want to get it messed up. But this is the wax, and I get 4 of these. Gosh, they smell so good. They really do. I wish that all the other rose scented stuff that you see in the store smell this good. So anyway, yay, like that. And then this is the inside. It's got this little heating grid, and I think that this is mainly so when you put your hand down in there, you do not burn your hand on the, you know, the hot or the bottom of this thing here. Now, it looks like it's big enough to fit my foot. Reviews say it is, so I'm gonna take their word for it. If you've got, if you're a male and you're wanting to use one of these, not sure if you've got big feet, if this will fit. But for someone, for a women's size 8, it probably will be okay. They have got a minimum line and a max line. Now, you know, I'm going to want, when I put my hand in here, I'm going to want this to go up to my wrist because I have wrist issues too. So I'm probably going to end up filling mine or wanting mine to melt up into the max. because it seems like that's what it's, or at least a little bit below the max, and that's what it's going to take to get my wrist in there. So anyway, I'm going to put this grid back down in here for now. And these are the little mitts that it comes with. I'm going to open these up over here so it's not quite so loud. And these look really nice. I mean, they're like terry cloth. And it's got like a little Velcro thing inside. So I guess when you put your hands in it, after you dip them in the wax, you can kind of like close the side of it so that it's going to lock that heat in so that it takes a little bit longer for that wax to cool off. And yeah, here it is. I was going to say they said they had some bags. So from what I understand, you're supposed to dip your hands in the wax. When you pull them out, you put one of these little bags over your hand, and then you put your hand inside of the glove. And so anyway, you've got, so it looks like with something like these bags, I'm going to use, of course, these that come with it first. But when I run out of these, this is probably something I can find something similar to use, probably at the Dollar Tree. You know, like those clear, maybe those clear, I was going to say those party bags, but those are a little bit stiffer, and this is really soft, almost like one of those little trash can liner bags. So I don't know. I might could figure out something. Of course, these may not be very expensive at all just to repurchase, so we'll see. But anyway, this is the unboxing. I'm going to read the directions and then come back and start melting my wax and see how that does. Before I do that, though, I am going to go ahead and open up this wax to see what I've got in this box and how it smells. This actually had good reviews, so I'm hoping this works well also. And I will link in the bottom the products that I did purchase from Amazon. Shasta, come on. Sorry, the dogs are going off again, and I'm standing right inside my back door, so I hope it's not so loud that it's ruining this video. But anyway, this is the lavender spa wax. And it looks like I've got 6 of these. So each one of these must be considered a pound. I'm trying to see. As far as the smell goes, I can't really tell. Shasta. The dog's wanting to get out. Yeah, I can't really tell. It's not like this. When I opened the box, I could smell this instantly. I can't even tell. So this must just be very subtle. I mean, it seems like there's some kind of scent there, but it's nothing overpowering. I guess that's a good thing. But anyway, so this is what I've got so far. I'll decide which ones I want to use. Like I said, I do think that I may not quite have enough of the rose. Shasta! I may not have quite enough of the rose to fill this to the max line. Okay, so I took the lavender paraffin blocks that I had, and these is about 3 of the long ones that come in the packaging, and I just took some of those. We cut those up into smaller pieces and put them in here. This has probably been in here for about maybe 10 or 15 minutes. So doesn't look like it takes as long to melt this wax as I thought it was going to. I had read somewhere where it took a few hours, but I don't think it's going to take quite that long. But you can see that where the max line is, so 3 blocks of that is not enough to bring it to the max. So I may end up adding 1 more block to melt before I'm ready to use this. And all I did was, this has a little dial here, and looks like it's 131, 140, 149, and 150, 158. It's kind of weird settings, but anyway, right now it's just like on 140. So I guess you can adjust the temperature as to how hot you want it. Okay, so I have melted my wax into my warmer here, and I'm going to tilt the camera down just a minute to show you. But I did end up putting 4 of the lavender blocks in, and that ended up being just a tad bit too much because it is over the max line just a smidge. I don't think it's going to be enough to cause a problem, but I'm going to go ahead and dip one of my hands in here and see how well this works. So we'll see. Okay, so I am going to put this, whatever this thing is called, I'm going to put this down in the bottom, and I did, you do put this in after you melt your wax, and the reason being is because the wax needs to make contact with the metal in order for it to melt correctly. So I'm just going to put this down in here. I have not tested this yet, but I've heard some people say 150 was too hot. This is currently set at 140, so I'm just going to test it and see how warm it is. Now I can take pretty hot temperatures, just because, you know, the higher or the hotter it is, the better it feels on my hands. And this feels very, very nice and warm. I probably would not want this any hotter than it currently is. So I'm dipping it down, and you can see that I'm able to get it all the way down to my wrist. I'm pulling it out. It's nice and coated. I'm not putting my fingers together. I guess I could, but I'm not going to. But I'm going to dip this again one more time. And then I'm going to immediately put it in one of these bags here. Probably should have opened it first. The wax is kind of getting stuck a little bit on here, but and now I've got it in the mitt. So I'm going to let this sit for about 15 minutes, and I'm going to do one hand at a time just because I need one hand in order to be able to maneuver this, and I will show you how this looks when I get done and peel it off. So it's been about 15 minutes, so I'm going to take this off, pull off my bag here. Mike could reuse his bags, I don't know, but anyway, and this just easily comes off. And my hands did feel pretty good with this on. As far as the heat goes, it's still warm. I mean, I can still feel the warmth in the wax. And this peels off really easily. Doesn't feel weird coming off like it was when you were a kid and you used to put glue on your hands just to peel it off. It's not that kind of feel because it does have some oil in it, so it comes off really easily. And my hands feel, you know, pretty soft. So I give this product a thumbs up. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, maybe it'll give you an idea of something you might want to do for yourself, or maybe a gift for your mom that will make a great Mother's Day present, or it might be something that you want to ask for your Mother's Day. But anyway, so thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.